adult male with a female right behind him.
Hang on, I see something else too. 1, 2, 3.
4 pups! 4 pups! We've got another breeding pair in Lamar Valley. That makes 120 breeding pairs of gray wolves in the greater Yellowstone area. From near extinction in 1995 to a stable and growing population today. Ladies and gentlemen, the wolf is back. Hooray!
Wolves help our ecosystem, all of the living and non-living things around us.
They're not helping us. They're stealing our supper.
Tourists love wolves, and that spells ka-ching!
They kill my cows and sheep. That spells kabroke.
You had to pull a stunt, didn't you, Ennis? My floors! My beautifully waxed floors!
Oh, man. First off, I'm a teenager, not a park ranger.
And second off, shouldn't this fabric be a little more breathable?
We could only agree on one thing.
If anyone could come up with a plan for the wolves, it's you, Mosa.
Well, before we can solve the problem, we need to know what it is and how it started.
Before the Europeans came to North America, wolves roamed freely all across the country.
That's a lot of roaming. I hope they got a good sell plan.
As humans turned wolf territory into towns and farms, they saw wolves as a threat to their cows, sheep, and horses.
Wolves eat other animals?
Which meant they were public enemy number 1.
Hunters killed them, and by the mid-20th century, almost all wolves across the country were gone.
Looks like the elk made out a lot better. While the wolf population was declining, the elk population was growing.
'Cause wolves eat elk, and there weren't any more wolves left.
Like I always say, your cat Roxy dies on a Monday, and by Friday, there's a million mice in your goldfish.
Check it out. All those elk ate everything in sight, even the little trees along the river.
Meanwhile, the gray wolf was endangered. The whole species was on the verge of going extinct, which means the wolves would die out completely. So the government stepped in to protect it. And one way to protect the wolf population was to bring more in from Canada. Hunting was banned in Yellowstone, so bringing more wolves in helped grow the population. And over the years, the population kept growing. Now there are over 99 wolves living mostly inside the park, and over 400 in the surrounding area. Since they're not in danger of going extinct, wolves aren't protected as much. And in 2 states around the park, wolf hunting is now legal.
So if they stay inside the park, they're safe. But if they go outside, they're not?
Correcto.
Wait, isn't there a fence around the park?
Incorrecto.
Okay, I think we have the wolf history down, but I still don't really get the wolf issue now.
They're killers!
They're beautiful. Hunt, hunt, hunt.
Save, save, save!
Whoa! Hold on. Let's start with the problems. And we should probably take them one at a time.
Just when I got over my fear of grizzlies, okay? Now they bring in an animal that's even scarier. I know most wolves stay away from humans. But if some dodo starts feeding them, they'll get used to humans, come closer, and be more likely to attack.
This is exactly why I don't camp. Here outside the park, the wolves compete with us hunters for the same prey, the elk. And for my family, hunting elk is how we survive. I lead elk hunts, and business has gone way down since the wolves came in because there are so few to hunt. It's not just that wolves eat the elk. Having a new predator around puts stress on the elk. And over time, that means fewer elk.
Wolves kill our cattle and sheep. We don't want to shoot them, so we do everything else we can to scare them away.
How about Billy trying to sing the national anthem?
But over the past 10 years, we've lost hundreds of animals to the wolves.
We need those cows to make meat for humans, not wolves. Those wolves didn't ask to be hauled down here from Canada, so it's not their fault.
Yikes! It definitely sounds like the wolves are a big problem.
But something's got to be done.
But what about the other side? Is there anything good about the wolves?
That's an easy one. Wolves are super popular with eco-tourists. Since we brought the wolves in, park attendance has gone up, up, up.
Sighting of Molly's pack in Pelican Valley! Let's move out, wolfers!
Any room for an eco-squirrel?
And that's exactly why national parks were set up, to preserve and protect wildlife and the natural environment, and allow people to enjoy them too. But it seems like all wolves do is kill. How is that good for wildlife and the environment? Actually, you'd be surprised. Check out this food web. See around here, the wolf is king. It has no other predators besides other wolves, and it has an impact on every other species. Wolves kill elk, and after they have their fill, scavenger animals like bears, coyotes, lynx, and beetles all move in to eat the rest. Look, magpies and eagles, too.
Eagles? Aren't they endangered too?
Not so much anymore, thanks to the wolves. All of these species have more to eat, and so more of them survive. And here's another thing. Since the wolves are always after them elk, the elk move around lots more than they used to. And stuff the elk used to devour now has a chance to grow.
Hey, this is that same valley from the old picture.
Except way more trees now. And since the elk aren't eating all the new trees, beavers can use their wood to build their homes and lodges.
Beaver, my long-lost rodent relative.
So, thanks to the wolves, the park's got lots more beavers now.
Well, I guess you don't want to see pictures of Cousin Gopher.
And look, the beaver dam makes a home for all those fish.
And the trees make a home for a lot of noisy birds. So much new sound, so much new life. So, having a predator at the top of the food web starts a chain reaction of new life everywhere else. Because of the wolf, there's an improvement in biodiversity. That means there's a wider variety of species in the environment.
Ow! Ow! Like when I built Hogwarts out of blocks. All the blocks in my archway depended on that one key block, which is just like the wolf.
Exactly. So if I remove that one block...
Okay, I get the problem. So it's time for a solution.
Hear ye, hear ye! Wolf Plan hearings are now in session. Judge Mosa Mack presiding. Present the plans.
Sorry, Billy, it's itchy.
The ranger getup was bad enough. Get me out of this.
I propose a wall around the whole park so the wolves stay in.
Yes!
No way!
I propose send the wolves back to Canada so I can camp in peace.
First class or coach?
Exactly!
Never!
Allow more wolf hunting outside the park to protect the elk and the ranches.
Yay!
Boo!
I propose we ban hunting and let the wolves win. They help the ecosystem inside the park. Let them do the same thing everywhere.
What?
I propose a way to keep track of the wolves with collars or microchips. If they leave the park, we bring them back in so they're safe. And outside the park, better fences and ways of defending the livestock. So we keep hunting really low.
Thank you, presenters. Judge Mosa Mack will now make her decision.
There are pros and cons to each plan.